Hello and welcome to Frontrunner Motorsport. With the Formula E taking central stage with its pair of Misano races, which I have already talked about in this video, you may have missed the other motorsport series in action this past weekend. A lot of race series got underway, which means every time I said the 2024 racing season was in full swing, it was a big fat lie. But now we really are getting into full swing, including Super GT from Okayama, European Le Mans from Barcelona, TCR UK from Brands Hatch, Formula Regional Americas from Vinola Motorsport Park, and of course NASCAR from Texas. So let me know what your favourite race of the weekend was in the comments below, subscribe to the channel, and let's jump into the video. Round 1 of Super GT for 2024 was the Okayama GT 300km race. The normally docile series saw some action on the very first lap. The new Honda Civic of Kakunoshin Ota was out straight away, as well as one of the GT300 class Mercedes. It was a quiet race after that, with the Toyota Supras looking the best in the field. The number 5 GT300 Toyota was spun round, but even that didn't bring out a safety car. Sho Suboi and Kenta Yamashita won the race fairly easily. The best battles were in GT300, and this is yet another series where I think it would be better if they got rid of the top class and just had GT300s. It's where the best variety of manufacturers are, and all it needs is a dose of some of the best drivers Japan has to offer. Not the best Super GT race ever. Next, Fuji in a few makes. The European Le Mans Series kicked off its 2024 season with the 4 hours of Barcelona, the first hour of which was marred by a couple of long safety car periods, but the racing soon got into full flow. The rest of the race was pretty calm and enjoyable, the occasional issue with traffic notwithstanding. Algarve Pro Racing may only have Alex Lynn retained of their championship winning trio, but they once again looked like the team to beat. They got past Cool Racing and the pair were miles ahead of anyone else. The AO racing car has an interesting lineup with several race winners, Louis Delatraz and Robert Kubica, joined by Formula 3 star Johnny Edgar. This race did not go well for them, but I would expect much better going forward. With an hour to go, Nelson Piquet Jr. got pitched into the gravel and a full course yellow changed some pit strategies. Iron Dames were comfortably leading the GT class, but broke down on the way out of the pits. Huge shame, but they are top contenders for the GT class in 2024. The last hour was broken up by a couple of full course yellows, but this was a fairly average and relaxing race to watch. Cool Racing managed to get back past the Algarve racing team, and United Autosports were closing at the end, so it looks like it'll be another close LMP2 battle this year. It was a 1-2 for Ferrari in the GT class, and Team Virage won LMP3, which with only 10 cars and no real stars, feels a little out of place, and I think European Le Mans could do without it. Maybe more GT cars instead. Next race is in a month's time. TCR UK got underway at Brands Hatch. Much like his namesake, Luke Sargent did not have a great start to the series, going off twice in the first couple of laps. Victor Anderson made his UK debut and won straight out, but it was not easy, despite leading lights to flag. Race 2, and whilst Rick Kelly spun round, Adam Shepherd jumped from 8th to 1st and would take the win in a far less interesting race. Callum Newson led race 3, and we had our first safety car of the weekend for a stricken Jeffrey Alden. There was a great fight for second involving 5 cars for the last 10 minutes of the race, but no one could catch Callum Newsham, who won race 3 and leads the championship ahead of Victor Anderson and Carl Boardley. The reigning champion ended the weekend winless. Formula Regional Americas started at the Vinola Motorsport Park. A few names you might recognise if you have watched American Junior Racing before, or the Formula Regional Oceania series. Ryan Sheehan, Patrick Woods-Toff, Titus Sherlock and others have all had runs out already this year, with Woods-Toff in particular a standout driver. I think the Canadian could be a favourite for the championship. We got an early safety car in race 1 after a couple of cars got punctures and James Lawley parked in the gravel. What should have been a simple removal ended up being a red flag. Pretty simple race thereafter, with Cole Clerc taking the first win of 2024. Titus Sherlock led early in race 2, but another incident involving Rico Schlamann gave us another safety car. Titus Sherlock threw it all away at the restart. A major big lockup sent him down to last. With more cars now littering the track, the red flag was brought out again. When the race restarted, Cole Clerc led a much shorter than originally planned race. Actually, to be fair, he had a great battle with Nicholas Ambiado that let Patrick Woods-Toff through to the lead. The racing was entertaining, there just wasn't enough of it. Ambiado crashed, I think. It wasn't caught on film and the commentators didn't notice right away, but that led to a full course yellow and then another red flag to finish. Could we get one race without a red flag? Well, we got a full course yellow almost straight away. Last year's runner-up Ryan Sheehan led, with Patrick Woods-Toff chasing him down for the length of the race. Sheehan took the third win of the weekend, but I think the title is going to come down to Cole Clerc and Patrick Woods-Toff. A fun series to watch, but the coverage of it is not great and far too many red flags. Finally, NASCAR was in Texas. Crowds flocked to Fort Worth, not from over the border, but it was still a really big crowd. Kyle Larson took an 11th stage win out of a possible 33, an incredible number, but it's all for naught due to the playoff system in NASCAR. If it was a real championship, we'd have a sense of the drivers fighting for the title by now. Christopher Bell would be up there, Denny Hamlin and a few others. It might have made these races quite exciting, having a championship picture to follow, but no, you carry on with your playoffs, NASCAR. Larson was held in the pits for 2 laps and so was out of contention before a messy stage 2 was halted multiple times. Ross Chastain eventually won the stage. The last part of the race was interrupted multiple times by crashes, and so we got overtime, with Chase Elliott taking his first win since October 2022. Typical NASCAR race with a messy end. Talladega up next. So that was all the action from the past weekend. If I had to pick a favourite race, I would maybe have to go for the European Le Mans Series, but nothing really stands out in what has been a bit of a mid-weekend, honestly. In fact, I'll give my race of the weekend to the entire Goodwood Members Weekend because, as always, the action at Goodwood was great fun to watch. Next weekend is absolutely stacked with motorsport, including the return of the Chinese Grand Prix, but we also have IndyCar and the IMSA from Long Beach, NASCAR from Talladega, World Endurance from Imola, Euro Cup from Spa, World Rally Championship from Croatia, TCR World Tour and TCR Europe together at Vallelunga, Supercars from Taupo, New Zealand, and Brazilian stock car from the Autodromo Jose Carlos Pace. Jesus, that's a lot of racing. I'm going to get through it all, so make sure you subscribe to the channel for more motorsport. Leave your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.